And we are live. We are live, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. It is Chosen Wisdom Football, a channel for the football purists, for the critical thinkers, for the Manchester United fans out there who like to think about things, who like to use their brain. I hope everybody is having a wonderful evening. Wonderful, very, very wonderful weekend. And after the Chelsea win, people, I hope everyone has relaxed. It is good. It is good to win a game for once, guys. Big up the chat. Big up the community. Big up the Man United fans out there in the world. Here is your latest Manchester United news and headlines all in one place, so you don't have to look for it. On today's show, people, we have quotes. Very interesting quotes from the Brighton manager about Carlos Baleba and his form. Is Carlos Baleba's head turned? Have we got into Carlos Baleba's head? Because this season, the start of this season, guys, Baleba has not been playing well for Brighton at all. So we will get into that story, guys. Also, there's a story going around that Kobbie Mainoo could be interested. Is there going to be a Kobbie Mainoo and a Camavinga swap deal? Those are the rumors, guys. I want to know what your thoughts are about that rumor. Kobbie Mainoo for Camavinga. Very interesting, guys. We'll get into that rumor because it's just a rumor at this point. We also have news regarding expectations on Amorim. New expectations from Ineos, from Jim, from the board about this season, and new expectations on Amorim. So we'll get into that as well, guys. And also the fallout from the Chelsea game is quite weird because we played on a Sunday for a few weeks, so the fallout has happened on Monday and Tuesday, but we played on a Saturday, which means we had to wait 2 days for the Monday to happen. But we have Amorim's quotes regarding the Chelsea game. We have BANTER, who's also spoken, so we can look at what he has also said. Bruno Fernandes has also come out and spoken, so we'll just look at his quotes after the Chelsea's game. And also there's some stats. There are some Manchester United stats making the news. Very, very interesting stats that we can have a conversation about, guys. So today is going to be a very, very quick pound for pound punchy news day. We'll start off with the Brighton manager. We'll talk about Mainoo, Camavinga, expectations on Amorim. We'll go through the Amorim quotes, the post-match Chelsea quotes, United stats making the news, and we also have a conversation about Amad Diallo as well. It's not on the list of things to go through, but we will have a quick conversation about Amad Diallo because apparently, guys, Amad Diallo has received some over-the-top criticism, let's say, online, and he has apparently deactivated his online accounts, guys. Is he the next scapegoat? So big up the chat, big up the community. I hope everybody is having a good day. Please, guys, I've just released a new video today. It is my tactical analysis video where I talk about the Manchester City, we talk about the Chelsea Man United game, and we tactically break down the game in that video. So please have a quick listen, have a quick watch of my tactical analysis video, which has been released today. So that's it, guys. Without further ado, big up Jerry in the chat. Let me pay my respects to the chat before we begin. Jerry, I hope you're doing well, Jerry. Rashford dropped for a game last night, being late to training. Is that true, Jerry? Is that 100% true? Is that 100% true? But yeah, apparently Rashford was dropped for the game, for Barcelona's game last night. So that's quite interesting if that is true. All right, guys. It looks like it is true. I've just googled it, and apparently Marcus Rashford was 2 minutes late for a meeting, and that cost him his place in Barcelona's side against Getafe on Sunday. So it is true. That's very, very strict. 2 minutes late is very, very strict. I mean, you know, traffic and all these things could happen. 2 minutes late is very, very, very strict, but it is the rules, and it is what it is. If you've broken the rules, then you've got nothing to complain about. So big up Turkish in the chat as well. Let's get straight into it, people. Let's get straight into it. Brighton manager Fabian Herzler has admitted, guys, he has come out and admitted that Manchester United and the Man United links could be affecting Carlos Baleba. I think we have spoken about this before. We've also spoken about the fact that he hasn't started the season well, and we know Baleba has been injured. We know he had a knee injury in the summer. So a part of him not essentially acclimatizing, not starting the season well, is also the fact that he was injured in pre-season. However, guys, if he's fit enough to start, why can't he play more minutes? He hasn't really lasted 90 minutes all season. He hasn't. So there's something in this, guys. There's something here. And I've said this. Sorry, guys. I know the camera has frozen. Guys, quickly. And I know all you can see is a blurred image. But bear with me. As long as you can still see, well, as long as you can still hear me, I'm going to continue speaking and continue with what we're doing. So we're going to just get the camera fixed in a second, guys, so bear with me. But back on the Baleba situation, people, the Brighton manager has also said that, you know, when a young boy, these are his quotes, guys, when a young boy reads that there is interest from Manchester United with a big offer, it might affect him deep down. I said this already. I hope we have unsettled him. I really do. I hope we have unsettled him. I hope that what happens now is that his fee comes down. His fee comes down. That is what I hope. I hope that we go in for him in January. I don't want to believe or think that his form at the beginning of this season has any long-term aspects. I just think like this is just form. He's young. He's going to go through phases like this. He's not in a good moment right now. He's not playing that great, you know, and I hope it's because his head has been turned. Because what we don't want is for his trajectory all of a sudden to start fizzling out. You know, he is one of the brightest young midfielders around. And what we don't really want is Baleba to lose that. We don't want to sign Baleba and for Baleba to get comfortable at Manchester United and then not go in or not go on and fulfill his potential either. So we need to be careful that we're not buying a player who, after a very serious injury, is on the decline. I don't think that's what this is. I think it's just form. I think it's just temporary. I do believe that, listen, if Man United come for you, as you know, the manager says, if Man United come for any player like Carlos Baleba, his head will be turned. He will be distracted. He knows he could have gone to Manchester United this summer. He could have, and he didn't. He also knows that sometimes it's now or never. Sometimes it's now or never. So he's probably also conscious that if we don't get him in January, for instance, or next summer, he might not ever come. He's also a Manchester United fan. So this is his boyhood club. All of these things, of course, will turn your head, will disrupt you, will, I don't know, make you lose focus. I understand these things. I think we all do. So in a cynical way, I'm a Man United fan, and I hope we have disrupted him. I really do. So Fabrizio Romano has also come on and added his 2 cents to the situation and said that the summer links with United is having an impact on Carlos Baleba's performance because the player wanted to go to United. United will keep a close eye on the Baleba situation. He's appreciated by the management, the recruitment team, and he's very, very, very much appreciated by Amram. These are now not just random quotes and people guessing, because now the Brighton manager is coming out and he's saying, yes, Baleba is distracted. Yes, Baleba's head has been turned by Manchester United. Who wouldn't? The Brighton manager has said this in his interview. So it's not a secret anymore. It's not something that could it happen and all this stuff. It's out in the open now. It's being reported by everyone and everyone's talking about it. It's not a secret anymore. So what does this mean? I'm not a fan of talking about transfer news when the season starts. I'm not really a fan of it. But what does it mean, guys? Does it mean he'll be easier to get? I don't think so. Knowing Brighton, if Carlos Baleba has a stinker of the if the first half of the season for Carlos Baleba is an absolute stinker, right? I still believe Brighton will still demand £100 million for him. They don't care. They'll probably say, listen, it's just form. It's temporary. You've turned his head. He's not focused, but he's one of the best players around. 100 million. I'm hoping, me, as a Man United fan, that this could lower the fee. I don't know what you guys are thinking in the chat, but this situation, the Carlos Baleba situation, is not going away. We're going to hear more about it. The worse he plays for Brighton, the more we're going to hear about it. So that's the Baleba situation. Let me quickly see what the chat is saying. Yeah, Jerry, I saw it. I read it. It looks like Rashford was 2 minutes late and he didn't make it into the squad, which is it is what it is. Big up TK in the chat. Big up the chat always. Jerry says, I take Wharton over Baleba and Camavinga, says Jerry. I think I like Wharton. I will take Wharton as well. All right, let's move on, people, to other news. These are just rumours, but the rumour mill is rumouring, and the rumour is that Man United are interested in a swap deal involving Mainz and Camavinga. I don't know where this has come from. I've tried to find a source, guys, but there isn't a source for this. But Spanish outlets are now reporting on this. So where have the Spanish outlets got this information from? So this is news I'm reporting to you guys, but these are just rumors. Why are newspapers, official newspapers, now reporting on this? Because I cannot, guys, find a good, verifiable or concrete source for this news at all. However, it's entertaining. It's entertaining, so let's entertain it a little bit. A little bit. Would you swap Kobe Mainoo for Camavinga? Nalinga, 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 Camavinga, eh, Nalinga, eh, Nalinga, eh, Nalinga, Camavinga, yo, Nalinga, blah. Yo, listen, all I can say is this. 3 years ago, I thought Camavinga was the next best thing. I thought he was, I wouldn't say Pogba incarnated, but he was doing something. He was doing something. They were playing Camavinga in centre mid. They were playing Camavinga left back, right back. They were just playing this guy everywhere for Madrid. However, guys, as much as I like Camavinga, and I really do, he is made of glass. Let's look at Camavinga's injury record, because that is my concern, people. My concern is that I don't see this guy. So I'm gonna Google, ask. Whoa! I've literally just asked AI to show me Camavinga's injury record, and wow! If I can put this on screen, guys, I would put this on screen. Let me see, if I can put this on screen for you. Let me see if I can put this injury record on screen for you. I don't think I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Can you guys see this? This is coming. What the hell? What the helly? What the Martinelli? Martin Lewis Skelly? Like, all right. So this season already, 34 days injured with ankle injury. He missed the first 3 games of the season because Madrid have only played 3 games. Right? Look at his injury record last season. Hamstring, 75 days, 12 games missed. Hamstring, 22 days, 7 days missed. Muscle injury, 17 days, 5 games missed. Knee injury, 45 days, 11 missed. Hold on a second. Let's count this all the one season, all last season. So that's 12, 7, that's 19. Yeah. 24, 34, 30. That's a whole season. He missed almost a whole season of football, people. Last year. The year before, not as bad, but still injury. Year before that, injury. I'm not going to lie, guys. If he didn't have this injury record, I might entertain it because I think Camavinga is a warrior type footballer. He's one of those, he's a beast. The way that we play, the way the manager wants that double pivot to be just monstrous, just dominate everything and everywhere, he would be perfect. He would be. But with that injury record, no, not for me, guys. Not for me. I'll be interested to see what my chat says. These are just rumours, but they are being reported by credible newspapers without no concrete source. That's all I'm going to say about the situation. Would you take Camavinga for Kobbie Mainoo? Big up Ranjit in the chat as well, Ranjit. I hope you are doing well, my guy. Bleber in at a discount, damaged goods. Ranjit, that's what I hope, bro. I hope that, 80 million, 90 million, I hope we can get him for that kind of money now that he is damaged goods, as you say. Jerry said, Kobb's agent agreeing, spreading rumours. Yeah, Jerry said Kobbie Mainoo's agent is spreading these rumours to, I guess, urge United to play him more, maybe. I don't think the Kobbie Mainoo situation is going to get better, guys. I think the longer, play once a week, knowing that Bruno is not going to ever get benched, even though he got subbed off last 5 minutes in Chelsea game, and I was surprised he got subbed off. I was like, wow, the manager actually took off Bruno like with 10 minutes ago. This is insane. But this situation, these rumours regarding Kobbie, they're not going to go away until or unless Kobbie starts to play. It's as simple as that. So we are going to hear this stuff a lot this season. Ranjit says, I like Mainoo more. Mainoo plus Baleba is my first choice, says Ranjit. Jerry said, what about Walton and Anderson in midfield? I prefer Baleba over Anderson. Listen, my midfield 2 would be Baleba and Walton. I think those 2 would work really, really well, personally. That would be my midfield 2. I'll take Anderson. I'll have Anderson, Kobbie, Baleba and Walton as my midfield 4 going next season. That's what I do. Let me know, guys, what your thoughts are. Of course, you know me. I want to know what you guys think about things. All right, let's move on quickly. After beating Chelsea, Sir Jim Ratcliffe and the club wants to see more consistency. Coming from Fabrizio Romano. I don't think that is big news. I don't think it's anything crazy that they've said. I want to see more consistency. That's just good. That's just normal. I think we all do. I do. You do. Every single Manchester United fan does. So sometimes when I read these things and I will report on it, I'm talking about it right now. But at the same time, yeah. I mean, you want to see more consistency. Yeah, Sherlock. So do I. So do we all. Like what? But it's good. It's good because it's pressure. It's pressure. Every time the owners come out saying what they demand, saying what they want, it's just raising expectations, or at least setting expectations. It's good because I don't want this manager to feel like he's got, so far he seems like he does, but the free reign to just take the mick. No, Amram. How we played against Chelsea should be the minimum now. It should be the baseline. What I want going forward for Manchester United is to find a level, and I know TK will back me up on this, find a level that they don't drop. Because TK says this all the time. When we face our opponents, we sometimes meet them at their level. If you're facing a lower team, we'll play rubbish. If you're facing Chelsea or Arsenal, we'll raise our game. We meet opponents at their level. We need a minimum level. Like Arsenal. Arsenal have a minimum level that they never really drop below. You have to be really, really good to beat Arsenal. Man United need to lock in a baseline level of performance where we know as a fan base that the worst thing that's possible is for us to play this bad. We're never ever going to play below that. That's the next step. That is the next step in terms of getting some sort of consistency for me. So that's cool. That's cool for Brit Show. And Jim, you want some consistency, so do we. This is a quote. We'll talk about the Amram's quotes now. Some very interesting quotes that have come out from the post-match press conference against Chelsea that you guys might be interested in. So, you know me, I'll give you the quotes. I'll let you know all the talking points, what Man United fans have been talking about today, what's making the headlines, and you guys tell me whether you care or you don't care. Sometimes I'll say things that you guys literally don't care about, but it's what's been spoken about. So let me quickly check the chat before we go into Amarim's quotes, people. Ranjit, yeah, big up Ranjit. Jerry says, if all the teams where we play get a red card in the first 5 minutes, we should be good, says Jerry. Yeah, we got. But Jerry, do you think we would have beaten Chelsea without the red card? I want to know your opinion, Jerry. Do you think we would have done that? If Chelsea had oh well, you might have said it already. If Chelsea had a full team, would we? Oh, that's funny. You just asked me. I asked you and you asked me, bro. That's a good question. Those hypotheticals that we'll never know, but we can think about. I think the way that we started was good against Chelsea, and we started really good against their 11 men. And based on that, and based on the fact that, do you know what? Chelsea never beat us at Old Trafford. They never do. They're one of the few teams that last season everyone's coming to Old Trafford confidently slapping us around. Chelsea even last season couldn't do it. Chelsea don't beat us at Old Trafford. So I predicted us to lose the game. I did. But in hindsight, maybe I shouldn't, because our record against Chelsea at Old Trafford is decent, even in the worst seasons. So I'd like to think, Jerry, that we would have gone on and at least not lose the game. Even against 11 men, I don't think we would have lost the game. Whether we would have won, I don't know. But I don't think we would have lost the game, personally. But that's just my opinion, Jerry. I want to know yours, guys. If we had gone, it's hypothetical, you know, if we didn't have, if Chelsea hadn't gone down to 10 men, do you think we would have won the game? That is Jerry's question, guys. All right, so let's see what Ruben said. I had it on screen. It's so Ruben Amram's quotes now, post-match quotes. Let's quickly go through them, see what our manager has said, how our manager has assessed the game. Even when everything is going well, we find a way to make things difficult for ourselves. That's one of the quotes coming out from the press conference. And I think he's clearly referring to Casemiro's red card. He's clearly referring to Casemiro's red card, where we were up, in charge, in control, 2-0 up, and Casemiro did what he did, making it difficult for ourselves. Let's scroll down. Let's see what some of these, I like to know what the comments are. Let's keep going. It's interesting that people are talking about Ahmad. What's going on here? Why is everyone talking about Ahmad? Okay, guys, this is very interesting. Ahmad has deleted his social media and deleted his Instagram today. And after that quote, that we've just seen, no, after the quote that we just seen, I'm expecting people to talk about Casemiro's red, but it looks like when he said we'll make things hard for ourselves, people have chosen to focus on Ahmad, and Ahmad not making one pass. This is very, very interesting, guys. I said, and I asked you guys, not because I'm a bully, because I want to get ahead of things. Who do we think is going to be the next scapegoat? We won a game against Chelsea. We won a game against Chelsea, but yet in this post-Brexit world, National Front world, we have everybody talking about Ahmad not passing the ball. Do you know how many times people didn't make the right passes during that match? Bruno, Casemiro, so many passes went astray. Let's keep an eye on this. I'm going to keep an eye on that treatment of Ahmad going forward. I think it's very, very interesting that Ahmad now is starting to get slight abuse online, but we'll get into that Ahmad story a bit later on. Let's go back to Amorim's quotes, people. With this win, we have to forget the good feeling of winning the game and get back to the urgency of feeling we need to win the next game. Amorim is talking about let's go, move on. Yes, feel good about winning this game, but now that we feel good about winning this game, guess how good it will feel if we won the next game and the next game. So don't allow that losing feeling again. Go and win the next game. Look in that performance. Look in that level of performance. Like I said, so you don't go below that. Go and win the next game. He's just urging his players to up the levels and to keep going here with this quote. So that is cool. Listen, I might not be as patient as some of you guys with Amorim in terms of what Amorim's done with his team selection and some of his tactics, where I'm not the greatest fan of, but he's here. He's here and he's got the full backing of Ineos, the absolute full backing of them. And I don't think he's going anywhere anytime soon. For me, even though I prefer another manager, what's the point shouting and screaming Amorim out? He's not going anywhere. And while he's here, I want to win games. I want Manchester United to be successful. So if he somehow could turn it around, somehow, you know, become adaptable, cool. Let's see it. Let's see it. Anyway, any more quotes from Amorim? Those are the two main quotes. Let's see what BANTER has said. People, let me know your thoughts on any of these quotes and any of these things. Chat, let me know as usual. So BANTER has spoken and he's come out and he said, before the game we spoke and we knew it was a very important game for us. We had to win and everyone was emotional. Like everyone saw on the pitch, everyone was fired up and running. We have to keep this energy for every game and we have to win more games because we have to make our fans and everyone happy. Yeah, he's just selling the stuff to the fans. He wants to be on the fans' side. He's saying certain things that we want to hear. He's saying things that fans want to hear. He's mentioned the fans in his quote. So, saying all the right things. BANTER has been okay at the start of the season. He's done one or two bozo things. We know he's going to do that. But he's been decent. His distribution has been decent. I'm pretty sure it was his goal kick. Was it his kick to Sesko? When Sesko flicked it onto for Mbumo and Mbumo got red carded. I think it was him. His distribution this year, since he's been playing, it has, let's be honest, guys, it has been decent. Decent. So it's very interesting to use the word emotional. Because at full time, we saw the emotion from the players. They were fired up. We were all over Chelsea the first 5 minutes and we did not let up. When they got the man sent off, we pinned them back for the whole first half. They did not get out of their half of football. Their half of the pitch. They didn't. We were aggressive. I said in my tactical analysis that De Ligt and Luke Shaw, but De Ligt especially, was very, very aggressive. My man of the match. Both right and left centre-back, they were bombing up and down the pitch. They closed down the passing lanes. They attacked the man, attacked the spaces. Anyone who tried to play in between the lines, De Ligt and Luke Shaw would snuff them out. De Ligt, sometimes I saw De Ligt in the right wing back position, often in that inside right channel delivering crosses. De Ligt was absolutely immense. The aggression that they both showed in that game, and the aggression is a word I keep using all the time, and there's nothing better that demonstrated their aggression, as I said before, than Luke Shaw's leap. Luke Shaw's leap for the second goal, that header, that was the epitome of what I'm saying, the aggression. He jumped higher than I've ever seen him jump. No, the Chelsea players didn't want it. I've never seen Shaw so pumped up, so fired up and so aggressive in years. So that's definitely one thing that was, for me, important in the game. The aggression of the right and the left centre back yesterday, it was just good to see. And me personally, guys, if I'm being honest with you, with the chat, I think some of the criticism that De Ligt has received since he's come to the club, I think some of it's been over the top, guys. I really do. He settled in very well. His passing actually on Saturday was really good as well. You see some of his passing, some of his long passing as well, De Ligt. He had a good game. He had a good game. I know I'm sidetracking, guys, but I just wanted to say that about De Ligt. I really liked De Ligt's performance on Saturday. Really liked it. Anyway, let's see the chat quickly. Let's touch in with the chat before we move on to other quotes. Ranjit said, if we did beat them 11 aside, that would have been a big statement, said Ranjit. Yeah, I heard it. United always do it the hard way. We love doing it like that, Ranjit. We don't like easy things. We like to complicate things. TK said, Jerry, they beat us 3-0 if... TK says, if it was 11 versus 11, Chelsea would beat us 3-0. Ranjit says, BANTER is finding some form, in my opinion. Yeah, Ranjit. I mean, listen, we don't have to always go hard on our players, man. Sometimes if somebody's having a decent game, just say they're having a decent game. No agendas, no agendas. I don't like Shaw. I really don't. But Shaw had a decent game. No agendas, bro. Just call it out. The manager starting BANTER over Mainz is why I returned my shirt. No thanks. TK, yeah, when you said you returned your shirt the other day, I didn't think you were serious. But I think I get it now. You were serious. You actually factually returned your shirt. I rate that. I rate that. If you actually return your shirt, I rate that. I rate that. Because that's conviction there. Man's like, no, I'm going to return this crap and get my money back. That is I rate that. I rate that highly. All right. More quotes quickly before we finish. Some Bruno Fernandes quotes. Our captain has come out. He said that the players must take the space whenever Ben goes for the ball. And that's what Bryan Mbeumo did. I think that's very important, guys. I did say with Sesko being as tall as he is and so dominant in the air, that we can go long and we can go direct. One thing I've noticed with Man City haven't been afraid to go direct to Haaland. They never did that before. Whether it was Aguero or whoever was playing up front, Man City are not a direct team. With Haaland, they can go more direct. So likewise, now that we have Sesko, and Sesko should be able to outjump most defenders, right? If he gets a bit more strength, he can hold the ball up. He's technically able to hold the ball up. Let's go direct. I don't mind. Listen. We don't need to be Stoke. We don't need to keep booting the ball up to our striker all the time. We're not going to do that. But we need to relieve pressure. We need to find a way to relieve pressure. Go straight to our striker who can hold the ball up. Because if we had Xerxes even better at doing it than Sesko. Go straight to your striker. Let him hold the ball up. Or, in this case, let Sesko flick the ball on. We're going to see that a lot more. Any team that tries to come and play Manchester United with a high line, with Bryan Mbeumo on the field and Sesko on the field, we're going to do that. We're going to do the flick on to Bryan Mbeumo. We tried it a few times in the last game. It didn't work. We tried it against Chelsea and we got a penalty. Sometimes route one is route one. Sometimes play effective football rather than complicated, kinky, pretty football. So that's what it is, guys. That's what I say. TK says I said it and I did it. Nah, ratings. I rate that, TK. I rate that very highly, bro. More people need to be like that. If you're not happy with a good, send it back and get your money back. Don't just let these guys take your money and keep it if they're not giving you what you want. Right? Anyway, this is a very interesting quote from Bruno before we finish. He said that, I think I'm more nervous on the bench. I hope I'm not often on the bench. I don't know. I feel like that's very, very interesting quote because we know the situation with Kobbie Mainoo not playing. So, I mean, nobody wants to be on the bench. But this no, it's, look, I'm watching the video, guys, and I'm seeing the captain, Bruno, proper like, this is good. Listen, say what you want about Bruno Fernandes. One thing I always say that I like about Bruno is that he's passionate. He is passionate. We can see his passion. And listen, I can criticize him, but I'm also going to give him praise. He runs forever. He doesn't stop. I want to know his numbers, his running stats must be crazy. He's not disciplined, you know, in a centre mid position. He vacates it and whatnot, but he does try, Bruno. He does work for the team. He does. So I don't know, guys. I don't know what you think about this and him coming out talking about not being on a bench and all these things, given the whole Kobbie Mainoo situation. I don't know how you're gonna look at it, how you're looking at this quote, but I think I'll move on. I think I'll move on from this quote, but it's very interesting. Very interesting. So these are some stats that the news are reporting on, and the news are very interesting. We have a very weird relationship with the media. Because we are Manchester United, they have to talk about us all the time. And they prefer to talk about us negatively because that gets a lot of clicks. When we win, they sometimes struggle. Listen, I always tell you guys this. Nobody likes Man United. People have enjoyed the last 10 years. They've enjoyed it. You know, really, really enjoyed it. But once we come back, it's going to be very, very interesting, guys. So, even though this is Statman Dave tweeting, he's taken it from other media sources, and this is being reported everywhere. Apparently, guys, this season we have the most shots with 79 shots, more shots than any other team in the league. We apparently have the most chances created, 60 chances created, more than any other team in the league. And expected goals. I hate anything to do with predicting or expecting, because I need to see the metrics and how it's worked out. But this XG thing, I can't stand it. But I'll report on it anyway. We have the most expected goals in the league. So this rhetoric that's going to be going around, guys, just so you know, just so you are prepared, is that we, on paper, are performing the best in the league. We have the best numbers in the league. That's what you're going to hear people say. Now, be careful how you interpret the data. I'm a financial advisor. I always have to quantify that before I speak. I'm a data guy. There is correlation, there's causation, there's all of these things. Just be careful how you interpret data. How is the XG measured? What is XG? I know what it is, but I don't even like XG. Most shots. What is it? What does that mean? Most chances created. What's a chance to you? A chance to you isn't a chance to me. Always, guys, you know the rule. Use data to support your eyes. Use this data to support what you see with your eyes. Never look at data without context. Never do it. Because that's how certain players are rated very highly, because they get good numbers, but they're not that great. Always data with context. Never data by itself. Don't do it, guys. But this is going to be circulated. The news are reporting on this, and I'll be curious to see what rhetoric will be formed from this data, because I know, guys, Amorim will go to the board with this information, and he will say to Wilcox, he will say to Ineos, look at this data. We know this. Amorim has confirmed to us in an interview that him, Jim, and all the team, we look at the data. That's what they do. And he said that the data, the metrics look good, and that's why they're still on board. This, guys, this is what Amorim sells to Ineos on a weekly basis in their weekly meetings. We lost the game today, but look, we created this amount of chances in X. That's his thing. So we know how these numbers are being used. Whether you agree that we can take anything from these numbers or not, and if you are going to take anything from these numbers, what conclusions are you arriving with this data? That's a question. That's a question for the chat. Anyway, just so you guys know, letting you know what the rhetoric is, what people are spinning, what people are saying about Manchester United with regards to numbers. Big up Wendell in the chat, my guy Wendell in the chat. What's up, Wendell? I hope you're doing well. Ranjit says the data could be a lot worse. I see it positively. Top 5. Yep. So Ranjit is saying positive data, good data. We're on the right track. Is that what you're saying, Ranjit? All right. Once again, let's look at this, guys. This is good. This is ESPN, guys, and I'm not gonna lie. ESPN are not friends with Manchester United. ESPN have Man United like on our necks. Their foot is always on our necks. Every time I look at ESPN, they've got a negative piece about Manchester United. But how is this looking to you? Is this filling you with optimism for the season? Is this changing the way you're approaching the season? You're thinking about the season? Has it changed your way? Is it changing your way you think about the manager? Chelsea and Man United are only 1 point away from each other. Man United are on 7 points and Chelsea are on 8. Yet there are 5 places between the two teams. But we are only 1 point away from 6th place Chelsea. How does that sound to you guys? What does it mean to you guys? It's early days, only 5 games played. Were some United fans too quick to, after the Man City loss, Arsenal loss, to go down, be down on the season? Or is it the opposite? Are we now being too quick to get excited, to be like, oh, we've turned the corner? Are we too quick either way? Should we not be far left or far right? Should we just chill in the middle? Like my guy TK in the chat. Just relax ourselves, be pessimistic, and let's keep playing once a week. Take every game as it comes. Stop looking at all of these stats. Stop getting excited. Stop getting giddy. What are we saying? What are people thinking? Because the optimism this weekend after the Chelsea game is very, very high. And that's what I'm saying. We went from doom and gloom, absolute doom and gloom 1 week, to now we're going to take over the world. James Bond villain style. And we're going to be top 6. So this is what I'm saying about how unstable the fan base is and how emotionally unstable we are to go from one extreme to the other. Is this what's going to happen every week? Are we going to go from one extreme to the other every single week? Is that what's going to happen, guys? Because I don't know if I can do that. And in this chat, I don't know if we should do that. Right? let's quickly see the chat. Let me check in with the chat. Big up Alfred Gideon. Yes, Gids. Is there a new? Oh wow, is there a new bomb squad recruit joining in? Probably from Jan. He's from Ivory Coast. Oh, Ahmad. Oh my gosh, I need to speak about Ahmad then. If this is what's going on in the fan base, if you guys have found your new scapegoat, this is what I'm saying. Ahmad was our best player last season. No doubts, no debates. He saved us last season. Him and Lenny Euro were the only bright sparks of our whole season last season. We were appalling, and Ahmad was bright. On that right back position, he was good. He's played 3 games at the start of this season and he hasn't been great, but already people are just trying to bully him, abuse him online. I cannot believe that Mason Mount exists, who hasn't done anything. So many players we have that we play that don't get abused, but Amad Diallo is the fan base's next victim. Oh, listen, I try not to be emotional when I'm doing a news show, but that just, when I see the stuff online, it infuriates me. He's arguably one of our best footballers technically. And if he's going through a period like every other footballer does, Cole Palmer, every flipping Vinny Jr., Neymar, every player, it's only been 3 games. It's not like we've seen him play 12 games and he's been rubbish in all 12 games. And in fact, against Chelsea, he was decent against Chelsea. Misplaced a few passes like everyone else did, but he didn't stick out to be the worst player on the. I'm going to observe here what's going on with Ahmad. Very, very interestingly, guys. That's all I'm going to say. All I'm going to say. Anyway, TK says, let's acknowledge that Amrin finally has back-to-back Old Trafford wins in his tenure. Oh yeah, TK, do you know what? You're right. You're right. Burnley, and then of course Chelsea, right? Finally, United can make top 4 if they go into the transfer window and sign 2 world-class midfielders and wing-backs. We need to give Lemens a chance and sign a good goalkeeper, says Wendell. Osman says, focusing on the Premier League record conveniently overlooks a certain away day at Grimsby. Yes, Osman. See? Data. Vandit says, beat Brentford and Sunderland, which is doable. Yeah, that's true. Would be a good start. I'll be getting a bit giddy. Fair enough. And you're right. I think those 2, we can beat those 2. Big up Adieri. No, Kobe's not going to sign for Newcastle. Adieri. No way. Wendell said, not that I'm being negative, but we cannot start matches with Binder, Shaw, Dorgu and Bruno in midfield. Crucial positions that we need to strengthen. It's a difference between 4th and 15th. I agree with Wendell. He's also said, Ahmad is one of our best players. Have a go at Shaw or someone else. Please leave the youngsters alone. Thank you, Wendell. Like, if he's getting abused because he swapped shirts with his best friend, Garnacho, listen, this is what I don't like, yeah? I don't like Garnacho. But he's gone, guys. He's not here. Why? This is what I say, yeah? Man United fans, I can't stand the Manchester United fan base. It's one of the reasons why I have this channel. It's crazy what we do. And as a black man, yeah, this is my channel. So I can say, as a black man, I always feel that the patterns are usually with darker skin toned human beings. Always with the darker skin toned human beings. Garnacho was Ahmad was our savior last season. Yeah. He swapped shirts with Garnacho, bro. Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't you? It's crazy that we don't humanize these footballers. We, as fans, I always say this on this channel, guys. We can think as fans if we want, but sometimes we need to stop thinking like stupid fans. Take off our fan hat, put it to the side for a second, and just think like human beings. I'm thinking, oh my Lord, Garnacho is my best friend at the football club, right? Because Ahmad, Garnacho, Kobe Mainoo, all these guys are close. Just because we hate Garnacho, it doesn't mean Ahmad has to hate Garnacho. What are we fucking retard? Ooh. I can't say that word. I apologize. I apologize, people. But are we stupid? Are we dumb? Do you not understand? These guys work together every day. They see each other every day. Rashford, Garnacho, Ahmad, Lenny, all these guys are friends. Bruno just tweeted Rashford. Rashford scored a goal against Barcelona, and every Man United player tweeted, well done. They're friends. Just because you've left the football club doesn't mean I don't see you every day and eat breakfast with you every day, eat lunch with you every day. Fans are so annoying. We, as a fan base, love to destroy our own players. We destroy our own players, and I don't know why we do it. Maybe because we get angry and we need that one. We need that scapegoat. We need it. Leave Amad Diallo alone. Leave him alone. Look at this. Look at this tweet, guys. This is taking a photo with a rival player who's publicly disrespected the club whilst also playing crap so far this season. The lack of awareness is astounding. What? He should improve his decision making, otherwise he will follow his brother soon. No wonder he's taken over from garbage Garnacho. This was to be a goal, simple pass. Do you know what? How many times, have I watched a game of football this season and I've seen Brandon Bumo not make the right pass? I've seen Bruno many times say, Bruno, just give it. Not make the right pass. I've seen many players just not making the right pass. That's been our thing this season. I've said it, our decision making. And Ahmad is one of those players who's also been bad at decision making. He has. But why would I single out Ahmad when Bruno, everyone else has been victim of this? Why should I single out Ahmad for extra hate? Because my feelings are hurt because he's taken a picture with Garnacho. When I tell the chat that these fans are so emotionally unstable that they have to lash out at everything and anything that they don't like. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. In about a year's time, because we don't know what sort of player Ahmad is. We have different types of players. We have the nanny type players who need Fergie to put his arm around him and say, you're good, don't worry about anything. Stroke him like a cat to make him feel good so he can go out there and play football. And then we have the Rooney type players that Fergie can say, Rooney, you're crap. And that will motivate Rooney. We get motivated in different ways. Some people like a slap in the face. And some people like a hug. As a manager, you need to figure out the temperament of your players and the mentality of your players. Not everyone's the same. Stop trying to go online and destroy players' confidences. It doesn't help them. It does not help every player. Stop going online and you're rubbish, get out of my club. Let's not do that. I'm just encouraging people to not do that. Please, guys. Yeah? If you want someone to play well, if you want someone to do something good, the best thing for you to do is to encourage them to do it. Not to destroy their confidence. It doesn't make sense. The only person that wins, you don't win. You don't win because you don't get the best out of the player. The player doesn't win. Only thing that wins is maybe your feelings. You get to lash out at somebody, your dopamine goes through the roof, you feel a little buzz because you're punching at somebody who's rich. Ahmad's rich, and you're hurting him. Yeah, get it. Get the knife into Ahmad. I feel good. But when Ahmad starts playing badly and starts getting worse, and you don't realize it's because of the environment that you have created, it's just like, if guys, I'm going off on one, but I apologize for going off on one. I really do. But I'm just so frustrated in how, listen, I don't like Garnacho. I don't really like Højlund as footballers that much. But there's no way I'm going online to try to destroy them. I need them to play well. How does it benefit me? I needed to play well. So I might criticize them. I might say, listen, Højlund's not good at this and Garnacho's not good enough. But I'm not going to go over the top because they're still playing for my club. I need them to play well. It doesn't do me any favors. sometimes, guys, this Man United fan base just drives me insane. But it's always the online guys, it's the Twitter guys, it's the mutants online, it's the little 14-year-olds, it's the angry guys who, like I said, Man United is their religion. They don't have anything else apart from Man United. They work hard during the day in the coal mines. No, I'm joking, in the coal mines. You know what I'm saying? And then the weekend is the only thing they have. Man United is the only thing they have. Is those sort of fans. And yeah, sorry for going off on a tandem, but sorry guys, it frustrates me, man. It frustrates me. Let's get back on track. Sorry people. Let's see what the chat is saying. Ranjit said Ahmad has been okay. Listen, I'm not even gonna lie and said Ahmad has been great. Ahmad hasn't been great, but Ahmad is a right winger. That's his position. He's been played at right wing back. That's not his position. And then he was played in a right 10. And then he was played in the left 10. He's never played left 10 before in his life. He is the only footballer that's played in about 3 different positions. What does that mean? Think about how good you have to be. Just for a second, don't be dumb, because I know my chat is smart. I'm talking about the mutants. Think about how good you have to be to understand that left wing back position, then to understand the 10 position, and then to play left 10. And the manager trusts you so much that he can do that. And the manager comes out and talks about how he wants players who can play in multiple positions. And Ahmad's one of the few players he can trust to do it. And yet the fan base are doing what they're doing. Man, the more I think about it, the more it's pissing me off. Anyway, let's see what the chat is saying. Alfred Gideon says, I don't know about this. Amrin plays him left 10. This guy is equivalent to Ten Hag playing. He's not a left 10, Ahmad. He's not. But he hasn't been the worst there. Against Man City, he wasn't that good. Against Chelsea, he was better. It takes time. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. You cannot, expect somebody to play left wing back, to run back, track back like a donkey, do what Ahmad does, even though that's not his game, do it well, and then next game, play excellently in the number 10 position. You need a few games. Why can't people just have patience? He can't do that. Look how flipping our captain Bruno plays in the middle. Look how he plays in the middle. It's not that great, Bruno. And he's our captain. And that's supposed to be his position. Midfielder. So, I don't know, guys. Stop picking on our young players. They need proper leadership. Garnacho is a prat, but why take it out on Ahmad for exchanging shirts? Ahmad didn't force a move to Chelsea. Must Ahmad pay for the stupidity of Wendell? You're preaching. Wendell, you're preaching. Cole Palmer is Mainu's mate. Yeah, I don't. The problem is, Ranjit, as fans, we think like fans, and football's like a war. Yeah, it's a battlefield. These guys are all friends. Like, imagine going to work, and then people standing outside work, i.e. the fans of your workplace. Let's say that's who we are, fans. They're standing outside your workplace, your office building, looking in the window and telling you to be angry at this man and you should hate this guy. And you're all in the same workplace. You're thinking, you might be different departments. You might be the finance department and different teams and all these things, but I don't hate them. So it's like the fans want the players to take on the same stupid look on football as they do. This is not 90s anymore. Everyone expecting to act like Gary Neville or Roy Keane, says Alfred Gideon. Exactly, Alfred. X is a toxic. Yeah, listen, X, since this guy has bought X is an absolutely insane platform, bro. It's insane, Ranjit. It's insane now. Like, I don't know what this thing has become. X is toxic sometimes. I'm very happy with Ahmad. Hyperbole. Ahmad doesn't deserve abuse, but I can understand Garnacho being pretty radioactive to the fan base right now. That's a good assessment, Osman. That's fair. Oz. Would be sensible to dap him up in private. Don't cheese and pose together for social media. Oz. No. Osman, that's fair. I think that is fair. Does he need to, right now, Garnacho is very toxic. So did he need to post it on social media? Assuming he did post it. But then it's so difficult, man. We're always asking footballers to feel the pain and feel the emotion of the fans and be like, oh, you shouldn't post it because we don't like it. You shouldn't. I hear you. Maybe be more aware, Ahmad. Maybe Ahmad needs to be more aware, but you can't always be thinking about the emotional instability of the fan base, because if you do, you'll never be happy. The fan base will hate you if you wear black and then hate you if you wear white. And you're like, so you hate me when I wear black, you hate me when I wear white, you hate me when I wear my hat, you hate me when I don't wear my hat. If you just sway and move according to the emotional instability of a fan base and just trying to make them happy all the time, where are you going to be? What's going to happen to you? So, oh man, it's just frustrating, guys. Wendell says, why are we even talking about Ahmad's mistakes? He played a big part in us not getting relegated. Exactly, Wendell. He was the reason. Like, do you know what? His 2 goals against Man City. I still look at those goals and I'm like, wow. And he scored a hat-trick. This guy scored a hat. I've never seen somebody score a hat-trick from right wing-back position. This man scored a hat-trick. Took the match ball home. And then that was towards the end of the season. 3 months later, we're saying that he's an abomination. We should get rid of him. How? When sometimes I feel like Man United fans, we don't deserve nice things. We don't. Wert's playing shit at Liverpool. Yes, Wendell. Wendell, speak on it, bro. Speak on it, man. No Liverpool fan will attack him, but they protect their own. Thank you, Wendell. Wendell gets it. I always say, why can every fan base protect their baller, protect Gyökeres, protect my guy, Saka, protect their ballers, but Man United fans, we love to lash out at ours. We love to do it. I don't understand it, Wendell. And Wendell, the annoying thing, Wendell, is that it's usually like other fans or fans of other teams that start it. It's usually sometimes like a Jamie Carragher, who's a Liverpool fan who hates Man United. He'll say something really negative about our player and we just bite it. We bite and we agree. Oh yeah, Jamie Carragher's right. Casemiro, Jamie Carragher's right. Paul Pogba, what's his name? Graham Souness is right. Paul Pogba. Why do we keep allowing? Because everybody hates us. Everybody hates us. Nobody has Man United's best interest apart from Man United fans and obviously the Man United board and the staff. Everything around us, all the media, they love our pain. So stop allowing these the opposition to create an environment so we hate our own players for no reason. Anyway, Alfred Gideon, honestly, I think it's close to the Ugarte situation. He was the best player against City, but people have their agenda and it's like plucking grey hair just to make it spread. Yeah, Ugarte's had decent games. Listen, all you got to do is, as a fan, when someone's got a good game, playing well, and even if you don't like the way they play, even if you don't think they should be in the team, that's fine. You can all think that. But sometimes just say the players played well. It's not about, let's not be biased. Let's say this played. It doesn't hurt your feelings to say the players played well. I'm not a fan of Ugarte, but against City, he wasn't that bad. Wendell says Ahmad will thrive playing in the wing provided we play with a back 4. Yes, Ahmad is not a right wing back, but he's doing a decent job. Wendell's talking today. Wendell might be the MVP still. TK, listen, Wendell, I don't give those awards out. TK does, but I would encourage TK to give you the MVP. Ranjit said opposing fans are shit staring. Yeah, bro, Ranjit, why can't we see when opposing fans are shit staring and just slap them around and say, listen, we're not involved, we don't care. Alfred Gideon says making content against Man United gets people clicks. That is true. Not so compared to other rivals, but Trey is bro. Alfred Gideon mentioned Trey United. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not the biggest fan of Trey United. I'm not. Yeah. Let's not go into it. Trey United. When Trey United tweets, yeah, it frustrates me. Let's just keep it as that. Anyway, guys, the final bit. Let's negativity. I think I let my feelings out. I let you guys know where I stand on it. We don't need to keep talking about it if unless you guys want to. But let's try to end on a more positive. Is this positive? Yeah. On a positive note, let's look at this chart, guys. This graph. This is a very interesting graph. If you can see it, it's from the Athletic, people. And it's about Man United's goal scorers since Fernandes' debut. It's quite interesting to see how many goals have been scored by who. Marcus Rashford is next with 74 goals since Bruno's debut. I mean, Bruno's reached 100 goals. And do you know what? Like I keep saying, say what you want about Bruno. Bruno has his flaws as a footballer. And I think a lot of us can see his flaws. But to score 100 goals, and I know he's on penalties. And he's been on penalties for the last 5 years. And we get a lot of penalties. And last year, penalties was the reason why he scored goals. And I know he's on every single free kick and so on. But you have to, guys. You have to acknowledge 100 goals. 100 goals. Yeah. That is really good, guys. Next one is Marcus Rashford with 74 goals. But some others would actually surprise you. Look at Anthony Martial with 30 goals. My guy, Tony. I've just been told 38, i.e. 40% almost of Bruno's goals are penalties. So when I say to you, just be careful how you interpret stats. Because if I told you that Bruno scored 100 goals and 40%, 40, I mean, technically it's 38, but let's round it up, yeah? 40% of his goals have come from penalties, then that gives you context. So, Rashford 75, Martial 30, but look at Garnacho, 25. Mason Greenwood, 25. CR7, the 2 seasons, was it 2 seasons he was here? The 2 seasons he came back. 2 seasons, yeah, 2. 27 goals, that's not bad, guys. Listen, I had my negative view on CR7 coming back. I think he was a bit too old. I don't think we should have done it. I think it disrupted some things, but 27 goals from CR7 for the 2 seasons he was here is, listen. Look, Rasmus Højlund 25, 26. So Rasmus can go, leave Man United and say, listen, I scored 26 goals in 2 seasons. Scott McTominay, 24 goals, bro. Scott McTominay is such a good box crasher, guys. I wish we, as a fan base, figured that out sooner. When Scott McTominay was playing centre mid with Fred, and people were saying, how bad Fred was, I said, listen, Fred is not that bad, but Scott McTominay is not a central midfielder. He hides away from the ball, and he can't pick the ball up from the back four. All of these things, all these limitations. But Scott was always an attacking player in the youth system. And the way Scott strikes the ball, man, he strikes it very clean and very sweet. I think only towards the end of his time here, we started using him as more of a attacking midfielder, as a box crasher. And we started Scott McTominay in the FA Cup final instead of Højlund. Or was it the Carling Cup final? Instead of Højlund, and he was good. I think towards Ten Hag's time, he started using Scott McTominay as a box crasher. He was bringing him on as a sub, and Scott was just banging in goals. So, yeah, man, when I saw this, I was very, very intrigued. I was like, okay, this is interesting. Eriksen there with 8 goals. Maguire with 15. Look at Casemiro. 2 seasons, 18. The 18 goals. 18 goals from defensive midfield. Casemiro. Well done. Well done. So I'd have thought I would show you guys this. Have a chat about, you know, some of our strikers, some of our attackers over the last 5 years, and Harry Maguire. With 50, is that 15 goals for Harry Maguire? Well done, Harry. Yeah, let's see what the chat is saying. Fine line between negative and having zero expectations. That's, yeah, you're right, TK. I hear that. Alfred said Jim mentioned that he will gradually increase his stake at the club. Where's that going? And I don't think Ineos will be at full flow until they sell Nice. Yeah, I don't know too much about that, Alfred. I'm not going to tell lies on stream. I'm not sure. I mean, the thinking would be for Jim to increase his stake if he wants to own the club. But I don't know what the Glazers are on, bro. Like, yeah. I put this up on screen for you guys, and it looks like Jim's doing a lot of stuff. Like, Ineos aren't just Man United. Ineos are in a lot of other sports, doing a lot of other things. So his portfolio is fully diversified, which is good. I mean, that's what I would advise all my clients. If I'm constructing a portfolio, I'll have UK equities, I'll have global equities, I'll have gilts, and I have bonds, and I make sure the bonds are also global bonds, fixed interest. I might even have some shares in my portfolio. So I'll diversify it in terms of geographical location, but I'll diversify it in terms of risk. So that's my job. So you have to diversify, and that's what Jim's doing right now. But apparently he's not doing that well. The group Ineos Finances PLC was downgraded into highly speculative territory by Moody's ratings. And if you guys don't know Moody's, this is my field, this is my comfort zone. Moody's is a financial ratings company. So very interesting that Ineos has been downgraded to highly speculative. Yeah, which cited the parent company's deteriorating operating performance and weak debt metrics. Yeah. So one of the things, you know, to look out for when you're assessing any company is their solvency ratio, their debt to GDP ratio. And yeah, it looks like their debt isn't good. But we're wandering away from football a little bit into some financial stuff, but it doesn't look like it's going that great for Jim, if that makes any sense. All right. So quickly before we go, these are our next 5 games, guys. I think we said that we can beat Brentford, right? We can beat them. So we got Brentford on Saturday, 12:30. All our games so far have been live. All our games so far have been live, people. Very, very interesting. Saturday 3:00 game will be the first game that hasn't been live this season. And I think we can win our next 2. We can definitely win our next 2 games. Why can't we? Why can't we? So that's 6. You know what? I don't even like doing this. I don't like doing this, guys. That's 6 points. You know, back in the day, yeah, when we were the old Man United, when we knew what we were going to get, we could open up the fixture list and be like, don't forget we did this. Win, we're going to draw here. We could do that. I love those days when you can just sit back and be like, yeah, we're facing Sunderland. This is 3-0. Rooney and Ronaldo will score. And Tevez. Like, we can't do that anymore. So I was about to fall into the trap. 3 points, and 6 points there. No, let's not do that. Let's not do that. So I still think, though, there's no reason for us not to beat Brentford and Sunderland. But Yeah, I'm not confident enough to be saying these things with my chest. I am not, guys. Liverpool, that's going to be so. Whoa. Oh, man. There must be an international break between. You kidding me, guys? I'm done with international football, man. Oh, how many more international breaks do we need? The only time I care about international football is when the tournament starts, guys. Then you tell me who's made it. Then tell me who's made it to the tournament. That's it. These qualifiers, leave me out. Please, guys, leave me out. So yeah, that's our next run of fixtures. Let me check the chat quickly. We will beat Brentford and Sunderland, says Wendell. It's imperative that Amorim's selection is good. There's too many. See, that's the thing. That's the thing about Amorim. Like, I can't say we'll beat anyone because I've seen how this manager is bipolar. Like, he will make sure we start the game with one hand behind our backs. TK says Sunderland is a very tough team. Yes. United have to be on high alert. Sunderland had the best window in my... Yeah, Sunderland had that Nottingham Forest window that they had last... Nottingham Forest window last year. Was it last year? When they bought like 11 players and they sold 11... Like, it was crazy what Forest did. Sunderland did something similar. They did something similar. So, yeah, the Sunderland game will be a hard game, but we're at Old Trafford. And if this is, if Amorim wants to keep his job, he has to beat teams like Sunderland. He has to. He has to. Listen, Ineos are expecting Manchester United to qualify for Europe. They are. And if we want to qualify for Europe, we have to beat teams like Sunderland at home. We have to. Randit said 13 points. I'll do it. Nah, you do it, bro. Randit, you do it. You do it because I say this to the chat. You don't need everyone with the same personality. You can't have me being pessimistic, yeah, and then like the whole chat pessimistic. You need people in the chat, yeah, to be optimistic, to be gassed and giddy. You need people in the chat to be level-headed. I need different opinions, bro. I don't want the same opinions all the time. Like, some people want their chat to be an echo chamber for themselves, and just you guys. No. I need to hear diverse opinions. I need it because that's life. That's what happens in life, and we need to be able to agree and disagree, and then keep it moving without attacking each other, calling each other stupid. I think a lot of fans, a lot of YouTube channels, when people don't agree with them, they're like, "Oh, dumb. They're dumb and they're idiots." Like, I'll call someone dumb and I'll call someone an idiot if they're doing something idiotic. But if you have a different opinion to me, I will try, and that's the word, try. I will try to see your perspective. I will try. Sunderland worry me more than bees. How comes, TK? Is it because you're taking everything into sort of context? You're talking about the new players that they have, the manager that they have, the way that they play. I hear you. I mean, I want Brentford to go down. I don't like Brentford. Listen, I'm so petty. The Brandon Bumo thing is just made me anti-Brentford, I swear down. I like Sunderland, I like the way they treated Amad Diallo when he was there as well. But yeah, those are the next fixtures, guys. That was your Monday show. Wrapped up all the news, all the latest rumours and headlines, the fallout from the Chelsea game, all the quotes from the game as well. So I don't think there's any other news. Let's quickly recap what we spoke about. We spoke about the Brighton manager officially coming out and speaking on Carlos Baleba's form, speaking about the fact that his head has been turned. He is, I guess, not on form, and Man United approaching him in the summer is one of the things affecting Carlos Baleba's form right now. The manager has said it. Does that take us closer to the Baleba transfer? Who knows? You guys let me know. Silly rumor about Mainu being swapped with Camavinga. We spoke about that. I think most people in the chat were saying, listen, Camavinga, he's a baller, but his injury record, we went through his injury record. We know what we're talking about. Guys, we can't be, listen, it's only a rumour, but we can't be entertaining bringing in someone like Camavinga with that record. We can't, especially in the Premier League, which is even more pace, even more power. It requires even more physicality. Listen, we've seen ballers come here who have been injured. We've seen Martial. I loved Martial, but his injuries killed him. Mason Mount, decent footballer, but his injuries will eventually cause him to leave. Maybe not, because some players like, Shaw, Phil Jones, and others, they get to stay while being injured, while other players get forced out. So who knows, guys? We spoke about expectations on Amorim once again. Fabrizio Romano quoting on what is expected of him. Sir Jim speaking about certain things. Like I said, we went through the quotes, post-match quotes as well. Looked at some of the stats that are making the news, and then we touched on Amad Diallo and the fan backlash, let's say, regarding Amad Diallo. And because of that, Amad has, it looks like, come off Instagram, and I think he's also come off Twitter, I believe. I'm not sure. So he's no longer on social media. Some people are like, he can't handle the criticism. He's come off social media. Listen, the way I see it is this: everybody has a different temperament, and everybody is different. Some people can handle it. Bruno can handle it. That's why he's captain, and Amad can't. Don't do the whole, if you can't handle it, he shouldn't be here. Don't do that, guys, as well. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's a silly. So that's the show, guys. That's the show. I hope everyone is Milton. Big up Milton. Big up what's next after the Chelsea win. A Brentford win. That's what's next. Let me see what Alfred's saying. If we win against Brentford and Sunderland, we come after the international break. We definitely gonna lose. We always are somewhat demotivated after the international break. It breaks the tempo or flow. Yeah, but then what are we saying, Alfred? Because the international break happens to everybody, right? And everyone has to come back. So are we just extra rubbish at coming back after the international break because we have more international players? Or can we analyze what you said further, Alfred? Maybe. I hope not, though. But you're right. I hear what you're saying. After the international break, coming back all slow, lethargic, not up to pace, and having to face Liverpool at Anfield. I'm not looking forward to that match at all. However, I will say this: counter-attacking football under this manager, I don't think we're going to be that bad. With Mbumo, maybe. We'll see. Liverpool's defence, hasn't been that great. They've conceded goals. So it's going to be a very interesting game, that Liverpool game. Big up TK, good show as usual. Big ups my peeps. Big up TK. In the chat, all the way from Canada. Osman, I like Sunderland too. Their away fans are great laugh, and they hate Newcastle, whose away fans are awful. Yeah, man, that Sunderland Newcastle beef is legendary. Milton says, yeah. Milton says still get used to the 3 points. Bro, listen. Like TK says in the chat, that was the first time Amorim has won back-to-back games at Old Trafford, guys. The first time. That is crazy. That's crazy, guys. I think we have fewer players. We need every single player now. Milton, are you talking regarding just in general or international break in terms of players going on international duty? What do you mean? Yeah, guys, the show started a bit later than usual. I think it sharted. The stove sharted. That's how you know you're tired. My mind, the stove sharted. The show started a bit later than usual, people. 8:15. What was it? 8:15? What time did we start? 7:45. Wow, we did over an hour. Wow, guys, we still did over an hour. I try to make these shows in like an hour maximum. But listen, if you guys are chatting and the chat is chatting, then the chat is chatting. Listen, this is not for me, this is for you. I want the community. I want to chat with you guys. That's the whole point of this. As usual, I'm going to leave with this guy. If I see, all right, the Ahmad thing online is crazy. The Ahmad Diallo thing online is crazy. But if I ever see a Man United fan try to talk down this guy, that's when you know we've lost the damn plot. This guy is a baller. I don't care. How many bad games? I mean, he got skinned. Who was it? City. Who did he get skinned? He got skinned once or twice this season. But this guy is 19. Let me know, guys, how many 19-year-old defenders are out there doing what he's doing in the Premier League. Tell me, or in the world, or in Europe. How many teenagers? He might be 20 now, actually. But either way, last time I checked, he was a teenager. We bought him at 18. How many teenagers in the big, strong Premier League are doing what this guy's doing? How many? I'll wait. I actually want to know. No one. So big up Lenny. Big up Lenny. Big up Milton in the chat. Even Cunha's injury is a big problem, so hopefully not many more. But I'm happy though, Milton, that it was only a few weeks and he came off the bench against Chelsea and he looked fine. That dribble, that run he made where he didn't pass it to Dorgu, or was it Ahmad? Yeah. Interesting. Anyway, guys, big up the chat. Good show as usual. Like I said, make sure you check out my match reaction, even though, you know, it's old. The match happened on Saturday, but if you guys haven't seen my match reaction, it's only 7 minutes long. Support the thing, so push the video. There's also my tactical analysis. I'm going to put it up for you now. Listen, I'm always going to promote my things, guys, you know, to the community. I always say, listen, even if you know what I'm saying, if you guys hear me talk all the time, but check out the check out the vid, check out my tactical analysis. I focus on the right and the left centre back in my tactical analysis and how they perform. So check it out. The video is only about 12-13 minutes long as well. So thanks, guys. As usual, big up the chat, big up the community. It's been an amazing show. I'll be back tomorrow, probably more around the regular time, around 7:15-ish. So big up everyone as usual. Pay my respects, Ranjit, Milton, TK, Alfred, Wendell, Gideon, Ranjit, of course, Oz. But yeah, man, big up the chat. Always. Jerry, of course. And yeah, man, have a good evening, guys. Have a good Monday. And I will see you beautiful people next time. Big up, man.